Okay. Please find your seat. There's still some room available here in the front for those of you who are still looking for a spot. A couple of empty seats here. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks to back to the second part of today's talks. Dunja here is going to talk about the challenges of a, what's it called, pan-European studio, or running a pan-European studio. Yeah, some of you might have seen that on the program. There's still another title that was due to some troubles we had. Yeah, it's my fault, basically. Okay. Well, please don't forget to check out our sponsors. Some of them have tables where they present some of their stuff. ArxAnima is here, so if you have questions about the talk later on, they have a whole table full of, and a lot of, I think, maybe half of their employees are here today, and so you can feel free and ask them anything you want to know. If you have more questions, some of the speakers are still around, so if you feel like talking to them, you can do that. They're not inhuman. You can approach them, ask your questions. Please also, for the portfolio review, I know it feels a little itchy or weird and sometimes not so easy. Just find some of our staff members and let them know that you want to do a portfolio review, and we'll gladly help you out. So don't be shy. We want to see your stuff. We want to feedback or give feedback as good as we can. And there's some seats still here in the front if you want. If you're looking for spots, there's a second row. There's a couple of seats and some over there or whatever. Good. Okay. A couple of things I need to say. Well, first of all, thank you to all the speakers. Thank you to all the sponsors. Thanks to everyone who's making this possible. I'm saying my team, our team. They have really outdone themselves. We have a really, really dense program. There's a lot of things going on tomorrow. There's more talks. Tonight we have the animation festival. We have the party tomorrow at night, where I hope to see a lot of you guys as well. It's free. Everyone is welcome. This is not like I'm not sure if my colleagues or the colleagues from Spengergas are going to be there, but if so, it's a private thing, so you're free to have drinks with alcohol if that's what you want. Okay. Yeah, so there's the party, and what else? Oh, yeah, and then on Sunday we have a really, really interesting panel discussion, and we also have a live drawing on Sunday, and the one big thing is that we start at 2 o'clock, so that you guys can, relax after the party and sleep in. That was the plan. Okay. Okay, I hope I did not forget anything, but I'm not going to torture you any longer. Dunja will blow you away. And see you soon.
So thank you very much, Tim, and thanks to Pixel Vienna for inviting me. It's your 16th edition of the Pixel Vienna, so I really want to congratulate you all for this massive achievement, for your voluntary effort, for your dedication, because without you, all these Pixel conferences wouldn't have happened. So, really. Hello and welcome. I'm Dunja Bernatzky, CEO and co-founder of ArxAnima Animation Studio. And before I dive into the studio journey and my producer work and IP development, I want to share a personal story with you guys. Last year, we we were in the cinemas because we had the premiere of our first movie, Rabbit Academy 2, Mission Possible. And we sat there in the cinema chairs eating popcorn and watching the movie with excitement, our first movie on the big screen for the first time. And where so many people worked on for 2 years. And in front of me, there were 2 teenagers, roughly around 13 years old, who also watched the movie, this FSK 0 rated movie. And there came the scene where a fox gets a raw egg thrown into his face. And all the little kids laughed. And those 2 cool ones, they burst out in laughter. And this was so surprisingly, and it was so funny, and this honest and contagious laughter, because they really were the loudest one in the cinema room. And this caught me by surprise. And I felt really that this was my reward for 2 years of blood and sweat and financial bottlenecks, emotional turmoils, and a very challenging pandemic, and way too many meetings that could have been an email. So at the end, it was all really, really worth it, so that you want to do it again and again and again.
Look, I know it's stupid and weird, but neither of us can do this alone, so we gotta do it together, right? You with me? So let's do this thing!
So I want to show you our studio reel, so to dive into the studio.
So you're a tough guy, like you're really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so puff guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy. Duh. Control, even if you know that you don't own me. I'll let you play the role. I'll be your animal. My mom likes to sing along with me, but she won't sing this song if she reads all the lyrics. She'll pity the men I know. Duh.
Well, it didn't start like this. So in 2000, ArxAnima was founded in 2011 with 6 people in a shared office. And in one of our main clients back in the days, it was the gaming giant Outfit 7. And we concentrated on in-game animation, and we also programmed little games. And we also did the game trailers for them, and we also did some mini shorts. So over the 3 years of delivering good service work, we also had the opportunity to work on a music video for Outfit 7 and Walt Disney Records, which was called You Get Me. And that was really funny because Walt Disney came to us and they brought the script and the treatment for the music video. And we read it and reviewed it and said, well, we said internally, this is not really funny. So we took everything what we had and we said, well, we went to Walt Disney Records and we said, is it possible to pitch an own idea? And we did that, and they took it. And so we produced You Get Me, the music video, from our own idea until the final output. It performed really, really well on YouTube. As you can see, it has 366 millions in, I think, on YouTube, and on YouTube Vivo, it also has 40, so around 400 million views. Unfortunately, we don't get any revenue of this, otherwise, because it was service work. Otherwise, I would have invited you all to several beers now. So knowing that could rely on us, on our the quality of our work, and that we deliver on time, and also that we are kind of nice, it happened that in 2014 they asked us if we would feel comfortable to produce an animated series, 11 minutes, which equals 572 minutes as a season, and for their in-game characters. And we said, sure. And then Chris and I, we went out of the meeting and we said, fuck. Knowing that the longest animation format we produced until then was 3 minutes. So, but as you all know, magic happens outside your comfort zone. And taking risks and exposing yourself to the unknown and jumping into ice-cold water is never comfortable, but it will take you to things you could never imagine that happen. This mega jump, for us, it led us to sleepless nights, burnouts, and phases of depression. But it also led us to 150 people all over the world of 19 different nations for 4 years, 3 seasons, over 1,000 minutes of content, a #1 US hit show, and a learning experience you could never wish for. So after these 3 seasons of cats, and 2 dogs, we said it's enough. And we aimed for the next milestone for us, which would be feature films. During the series, we had just 1 client, which is very unhealthy for a company, you know, because what happens if the client bails out? You know, then you're fucked. So after the series, we decided to set up our company in 4 units. So we have now the long form unit, which is producing feature films and series. Then we have our special format. They have shorter projects like commercials, or special projects like art installations, for example. Then we have the IP development. I will come to that a little bit later. And visual effects unit, where we did, for example, Rubicon, which was the first sci-fi movie in Austria, where we did the visual effects. we had the vision to produce our own movie. So we had to learn how to get there and what steps to take in order to achieve this. So we went to countless trades and fairs and conferences, trying to get to know the industry, trying to get to know how do you do the financing of a movie, of a series, how's the funding working, get to know potential partners for co-productions, get to know producers who are doing service work. So it was really tough, and because in order to get the funds for a budget for a feature film, you know, you have to collaborate with co-productions, with co-producers in different countries. Then you can collect the funds to get an overall budget, because an average European animation feature is around roughly around 7 to 9 million euro, not lira. So, for sure you don't have that in your pocket. So, and it was really hard to, you know, to get to know people there, and after many times of standing in the corner and trying to engage in a conversation with people, and then always like, yeah, we are from Austria. No, there are no kangaroos, and yes, we do Sacher cake, but we can also do animation. So it was really, you know, it was really hard to convince them. And it took us 10 years, roughly, to build up really good relationships with other producers and broadcasters. And so we got the offer for service work, to work on our first feature with a court film in Germany. And it was Die Heinzels, the Elfkins, Making a Difference, and which was also very well received. And then we also did for service work the 2D animation on Rabe and the Little Rascal 3. And then we said, okay, well, what's the next milestone? It's co-production. So we signed up for Rabbit Academy 2, Mission Possible, in 2020, and successfully produced together with Germany this beautiful movie, which also 13-year-olds find apparently funny. It was Austria's most successful movie in 2020, which we are really, really proud of, the whole team. And we also made an Austrian dub for this, which is worth watching. You can switch in on Amazon Prime. You can watch it and you can select between German and Austrian, which I personally find very, very funny. And yeah, we're also very proud of that.
Wer denkt sich denn so ein Blödsinn aus?
Ist ja gut.
Vollkopf, Depper da. Servus.
At the moment, we are also working on the Elfkins 2, our long-form department, which will be in the cinemas in December 2024. Here is a reel for the first movie, because unfortunately I can't show you current work. So, but there you can get a insight. Does it work? Oops, sorry. Yeah.
Can keep my hands on myself. Pick up, dust them off, put them back up on the shelf. Kiss my little baby girl is in need. Am I coming out of left field? Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. 86 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Got another mouth to feed. Leaving with the babies till the mama call the grave digger. Gone with the fallen leaves. Am I coming out of left field? Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might have had your fill, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Let me kick it like it's 1986 now. Might be over now. Feel it still. We could fight a war for peace. Give in to that easy living. Goodbye to my hopes and dreams. Stop flipping for my enemies. We could wait until the walls come down. It's time to give a little to the kids in the middle. Oh, till it falls, won't bother me. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks. Yeah, your lovers and a bitch for my heart to eclipse now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Let me kick it like it's 1986 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Might have had your fill, but I feel it still.
Parallel, during all this time, we eagerly worked on our future movies and TV series, which leads me to my next topic, IP development. Imagine you are in the bus, or you are seeing a toy, or a children's book, or you are simply sitting on the toilet and you are having that idea. A story comes to your mind and you want to tell the story, you want to bring it to life. This is where IP development starts. Intellectual property is an original work which includes characters, storylines, scripts, designs, and artistic elements. And for an animation studio, it's super essential to develop own IPs in order to be able to generate funds for the infrastructure and to keep the lights on and to set a stable environment for all the people. So because we are competing on the international market and against low-wage countries, so this is really, really always a challenge. And therefore, it is a permanent challenge to maintain a healthy cash flow or cash flow at all. On the creative side, it is super interesting to, if you have a story or an idea and to see that idea then come to life. This is super huge rewarding. So that's also my personal drive for me. When you start developing, you always have to consider some major things. So the first would be understand the target audience. You really have to know your people. Is this project? Is it for kindergarten? Is it for bridge? Is it for preschool? Is it for teens? So you really have to know the group you're aiming for, and you also have to check in on the trends, what this generation, where this generation is at the moment. You have to consider the global market, how your IP might appeal to international audiences. You really have to dig into what are the main parameters of that. You have to do research of existing IPs, because you really want to have a very distinctive design and a distinctive story. You want to be unique out there. It's always important to have a creative team. So surround yourself with super talented people who go with the same vision, and collaborate with them. Then know to whom you're pitching to, because it's a difference if you're pitching to a Cartoon Network, for example, who are more edgier and where more the weirder stuff is. Then, for example, to ZDF, for example, the national broadcasters are more, I would say, conservative, probably, in the shows what they are showing. So really know to whom you are pitching to. Document and date your work. This is very helpful. Always just write the copyright there and the date when you finished it, or where your material is, so that you just have it in case. Explore funding options, because development is not cheap, and try to get some funds somewhere. And think beyond the animation itself. You have to think about a 360 approach, like social media and games, etc., virtual reality, blah, blah. So there is really you have to think like the whole in the whole. And then at last, understand that the development is a really, really long process. There is no deadline, so it's done when it's good. So that's also, and this can be a really painful and long process. So be patient and persistent. In order to successfully pitch a project to get the funds needed, some material is essential, and I want to show you this as well. So it often contains a synopsis or a treatment for your project. Then a pitch Bible is always nice to have. In a pitch Bible there are the characters, a character description, and character designs. Also a synopsis. And also what is always nice to have is a personal page. So the one reviewing the material, they want to know who's the creative team behind. So you want to add that as well. It's nice to have an animatic as well, of course. And then a proof of concept. It either is a teaser, a trailer, or just an animation test. So up to you. And of course a script, either movie script or episode script. And we have feature films, like you see in development right now. It's Mission Granny, about a spy granny in Vienna and her two grandkids fighting against the evil. And we also have a series in development. And I want to show you two examples of our current IPs in development at the moment. The first one is Lotti. It's aimed as a TV series, and the idea is based on a 12-page story, or was it 14, written by me when I was 12. It was font size 18, I guess, and it's massively evolved since we took it in development in 2017. Short synopsis to Lotti. She is an 8-year-old girl with untamed red curly hair and freckles, and she's an outsider at school. And she travels through a magical amulet to different dimensions and worlds back and forth in time. She travels with her 2 loyal friends, Ace, it's a stuffed animal spider who gets alive in the adventure world, and her loyal friend and geek, Max. With the help of those 2 friends, she encounters numerous thrilling and funny adventures, and in those adventures, she also learns lessons that will help her to deal with the expectations and obstacles that life throws at her while growing up. All but while staying true to her very youthful creativity, rebellious spirit, and big heart. So the tagline for this would be embrace your own uniqueness. And just for you that you get an understanding or a feel for what Lottie, the main protagonist, would be like, she would be the one, for example, telling you, come on, let's pet that dinosaur. Or chocolate master sandwich, count me in. So I found a very super and amazing writer. It's Erika, which is the head writer for this show. I got to know her when we worked on Talking Tom and Friends, because she was one of the one of the writers in the writers' room in Los Angeles. And we immediately clicked. And as you can see, in the kids' photo of ourselves, there is a lot of Lottie also in us. We then began to create and explore some designs. Character design is so crucial because you wanna have it right. It's really like this is a long process as well, because it's so hard to find the right ingredients, what makes a character and a design very successful and internationally appealing. We came up with this lineup in 2018, and it was also nice because really talented people worked on it, like Jens and Erkan, and so I was very proud of this. And then we pitched it in France at Cartoon Forum. Cartoon Forum is a conference or a pitching conference for series, solely for series, and it's every year in September in Toulouse. And there you can pitch it in front of broadcasters, investors, financiers, etc. And then we pitched it, and it was very well received, and we got a nice feedback, but we didn't get any deal. So we had to go back to the drawing board, and also, also experience happens in this time. You get to see a lot of pitch Bibles. I always say pitch Bibles. I'm sorry, Barbara will know. Pitch Bibles. And you also see a lot of character design, and then you get a feeling and an experience of you can distinguish where the little hints are what makes a design successful. So we went back to the drawing board, and we came up to this. Also, we made Lottie older, because it didn't match with the scripts then. So the scripts were aimed for up to 6 to 9, and so Lottie had to be older. Then we also did an animatic. I want to show you just some seconds that you get a feel.
Let's see what we found, Ace. What's this? A romance novel? Not interested. Ugh, a stinky sock. Ugh. A glass slipper? Too cliche. What is this? Now this is a hidden treasure. We did it, Ace. That's everything on today's list. Find a hidden treasure? Check. Make a chocolate and mustard sandwich? Check. What's happening? What? No! Where am I?
And then we made a proof of concept.
Where am I?
Travel to a magical jungle world? Check.
Ace? You can talk?
I can talk.
Whoa! I can talk!
Yeah! Awesome! This is so cool!
So we are... We will tweak on the scripts once more, trying to get them funnier. And then we will gonna wrap ourselves once again and pitch it, make another pitching round. The other IP development, what I want to show you, what we have at the moment is the Tales of Franz, die Geschichten vom Franz, the ones that didn't have to read it in school. I will give you the synopsis and the plot of Franz right now. Franz is a very sensitive and kind-hearted little boy, and he's the smallest in class, and on top of that, his voice often lets him down. And all what is left is a squeaky voice then, which is very unfortunate if you have to stand your ground in an argument against a bigger friend. It's a 2D and 3D animated TV series for boys and girls, and it's based on the best-selling books of Christine Nöstlinger. I want to show you a small animation test, what we did. I think it's a very nice approach to mix 2D and 3D, like a hybrid. So it's matte painting 2D in the background and with 3D characters. You know, you always have to try to find a unique and distinctive look for your IP. The Tales of Franz, we worked on it since 2020, and at the moment it's so hard to find a home for Franz, because all the broadcasters at the moment are looking for female-led shows, which is very unfortunate, but I mean there will come a time in the near future, hopefully, where all the content is female-led, and then Francis can shine again. But until then, it's just, sometimes it's also the market. There are parameters, outside parameters, sometimes you just cannot, trying to find the word, brain fog is a real thing. You can't interfere, you can't do anything about it. So let's see, sometimes you just have to wait for the right time, as explained, it's so hard to get the financing together, and sometimes it takes more than 3 years, and so couple of years for development, couple of years for financing, and then once you close financing, you can finally produce. So this is a really, really intense investment over all these years. And that's why I'm so proud of our next achievement, our very own movie as main producers. Ja, Konstantina. So half of our team members who are here now are working on Monster Mia, and half of them are working on Heinzel's at the moment. So this is also for them a real, really exciting and a real challenge also. It is a movie, a family entertainment movie for Halloween, so an event movie with 85 minutes. Based on a book series, Monstrous Mode, of A.B. Saddlewick, a UK author. And we started already in 2014 with this project. And now we financed it, and now we already started with art in Spain. So why Spain? We set Monster Mia, this project, up as a pan-European co-production. We are co-producing together with Spain and Germany. And in Spain, it took us several years to set up a company, a jointly company in Spain, ArxLight. So this is also, so it's also us in Spain, which is crucial because we found out it's so necessary to have a unified workflow, to have one pipeline, so that so that everything is very, very effective, and that there are less frictions and delays between the co-producers, and because you want to have to go, that you want to what you want to have is that all the money goes into the movie and on the screen, right? So everyone participating on the movie wants to have, at the end result, an amazing movie. So now let me check. So there you can see some early designs. Unfortunately, I cannot show you current designs. This is Mia, the main character, and her pet rat, Quentin. It evolved really quickly. And this is Oscar, a monster who's losing his head, and Paprika, the two friends of hers. And so if everything goes smoothly, and I know it won't, then you can join Mia and her friends for a spooky and monstrous adventure in the cinemas in Halloween 2027. Fingers crossed. But this wouldn't be without ArxAnima's brilliant and talented and diverse team. I'm so grateful for those amazing individuals who pour their heart out every day, every night into each project. And I really feel honored to lead them. So if I may want to give you 3 more important things on the way. Never stop learning and optimizing, because I think that's crucial. Always try to think out the box, and sometimes be extraordinary brave. I want to thank you all for joining me on this little journey today. Wishing you all the best. May your dreams come true, and remember, magic happens outside your comfort zone.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you, Dunja. We'll do a quick Q&A, so if any of you have questions, please, now is the moment to ask your question. Just raise your hand and let me know where to find you.
I remember from last year's Pixel Vienna for Rubik Cube, the VFX they showed it how they made it. But I'm not very sure. Did all of the VFX happen at Arx?
No, they started in another company, the next one, Vast, and Arx did the main visual effects.
You talked about a lot of burnout and whatever, and late hours and all that. What have you done to mitigate that, assuming that you did? Hoping.
Well, once you have a burnout, you're already in. So you can't do then anything. Then you're already fucked. I mean, what we really learned through this immense learning curve is how to maintain and trying to maintain a healthy balance. I'm still learning. So for me, it's, you know, if you're so invested in something, then it's really hard to balance work and life and mental health, you know. And also, if you are jumping into this ice cold water, and because for me it was like this experience, I felt like every 10 minutes there is a new obstacle I knew nothing about. So I constantly felt overwhelmed, you know. And this is a hard feeling if this goes on and on and on. So, but just, you know, I think it's crucial that you just be aware of it, analyze it, you know, so that you really are, okay, yeah, well, I feel overwhelmed. And, you know, you just can't do one step at a time. So you can... for now, I'm trying to, you know, the small things like breathe in between. It's always good, you know, just like calm down, take a moment, take a breath, and re-evaluate and prioritize. Because sometimes, you know, this obstacle in front of you looks massive, and you don't know how to handle it because you don't have the experience or the knowledge. And then don't get intimidated by it. This can happen so easily, but just don't. Because just take it one at a time, you know, one step at a time, one little point at a time, and acknowledge that you really that you did this one step. You did the one step, perfect. You do next, perfect. So, yeah, just break it down step by step. It also helps when you go out for a walk. I was at the Gesundenuntersuchung, I don't know what that means, a health check at my doctor. And I told her, well, you know, what can you do? I'm really like burned out and everything. And she was like, well, go outside, take a walk, go in the nature. And I was like, yeah, sure. And she was, no, really, leave your handy at home. And I was like, yeah, sure. So, yeah, but at the end, it's kind of, you know, the small things that you can maneuver with this. Was that, did that answer your question? or if you have another one, just go ahead and ask me.
Oh yeah. What were the beginnings of ArxAnima?
I don't see you, sorry. Oh, sorry. The beginnings?
Yeah. Like how did it start out as a company?
Well, we were 6 people, or 6 people, and then we made a collaboration. It's like 6 individuals, a collaboration, and then we took on little by little service work for other companies or clients, and so it evolved. So little by little, it started with 4 rented tables, desks in a shared office.
So, first of all, great work, really.
Thank you. It's all, there are so many people who worked on this and who...
It's very unique. I really like the style, the character sheets. It's very expressive. You really have a knowledge of the movie. I really can't wait to watch them. So, to my question, when you work in a studio with multiple artists, when it comes to difficulties with communicating, like we all as artists have our own vision of stuff, how do you communicate things when it gets hard? I mean, who has the upper hand, and how do you get on the right track again? How does it work with you?
I mean, that's also where maybe female leadership, I didn't want to talk about this because I'm female, I'm a leader, and I didn't want to discuss that I'm female because that's the case. But I think what a trait is of a female leadership is that we are very sensitive, emotionally sensitive for people and for their emotions. And we have a strength in us to mediate very, very nicely. Male, they also have other strengths, but I would say communication is a female one, and it's always, this is what I find in this industry so appealing, because this is unique for the animation. The animation industry is so unique with the sense of collaboration, because in other industries you don't have this. In other industries it's more competitive. They wanna, it's one against the other. I want to do this, you want to do that. In animation, I really found out that it's so, and what also drew me to the animation industry is that it's so collaborative. So all of them are trying to contribute to the project, because all of you guys, if you are working on a project, you want that the project is good, and you want the project to succeed. So, you just try to mediate, and also it's important that everyone is on the same page for the vision. That everyone shares the same vision for a project. So you wanna set this out before clearly, so that everyone knows working on a project what the vision is, how the process is, etc. And then it's also important that everyone has a voice, because every talent in this room, you all have your own personal voice, your own personal talent, and that's so important that this also gets heard, and because it contributes to the project, But at the end, it's just a collaboration of very talented, passionate people working on a project and making an amazing movie or a TV series or another format. So, well, to answer your question, we are not what we don't do, we don't do yoga together or something. But Maritza would probably love that. But so it's more about communication and clarification and being transparent, so that everyone knows what the vision is. And also, we are very we love to have candid feedback. So this is also very important, that you are able to receive feedback, because otherwise you won't get any better. So and we all want to get always every better. So yeah. Did that answer your question? Kinda.
So since 3D animation is like entering this new era of like stylization, like in Mutant Mayhem TMNT or Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, Spider-Verse obviously, I wanted to ask if your studio is also preparing for this new trend of animation. If you guys are already like concepting some new stylization into your movies and productions, and texturing, painting textures like in Arcane or something, if you guys are prepared for that as well.
I mean, you always have to, the short answer is yes. So we are always trying to, you see the trends, you see where the looks go to, where the tendency is. So you always try to go with the flow. But you also try to explore and develop new things, So yes, we are always trying to, go one level up. So yes, we are already in Mitchell and the Machines, kind of trying to. So yes.
Hi, my question would be, is there some advice or a specific mistake from which you learned when you started your company?
Oh, there are so many mistakes I learned from. I can't tell you any specific, because it's, because there were a lot. When we set up the company, and when we also set up for the project for Talking Tom, which was then 90 people in Vienna, yet alone, and 150 all over the world, we had so many struggles of finding another studio, because ours was too small. So I rented a studio at 11. It was Friday. I signed the rent contract at 11, because then I knew I had to go to the other immobilie, whatever that means, real estate, thank you, to the other real estate manager, because I had to sign for a company flat, because at 1 o'clock there will be the first artist coming and joining us, and he has to, sleep somewhere. So, and I, at the beginning, I cleaned the toilet, because I couldn't find a cleaning company fast enough. So yeah, I think the most important is trying to don't let your fear of failure come over you. So this is really, be brave. Take risks, and don't think that you have to know everything. That's also, maybe that's my personal one, because I tend to be trying to be perfect and trying to know everything, to help everyone, and you can't know everything. So take help, go to people that know. Experiences knowledge you don't know, you can take from so many places, and take in the help and be passionate and durchhalten. Hold in there.
Hang in there. Hang
Exactly.
in there. Okay. Perfect. A perfect way to end the talk. We're so grateful for you being here. You guys don't know that Dunja has been in bed on Wednesday, I think. She was still in bed, sick. The 2 kids are sick.
Yes,
Everything is, but she's still here. She's still, she talks about mental health, but I don't think she really cares. No. I want to emphasize on this. It's really important, you guys, especially since we have so many young people, young talent here in the room. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Ask for help. There's a lot of amazing people out here who love to help. Show us your portfolios. Come with your questions. Approach us. If you're not brave enough, have a drink at the party and approach us then. We'll have a short break, and then we're back with the guys from VAST. And all right, another big applause for Dunja, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.